Don't think there's anything else. Yeah, I don't need that. I'll sell it. That's yep. Yep. Sell that one. And that's all. I have a message from Brynjolf.
Oh, there's no need for that. I know why you're here. Tell Brynjolf not to worry about it anymore. Oh, and look, I even have the payment I owed. Here, take it.
I guess I done it the right way around. I didn't need to break your thing this thing that Brynjolf told me about.
For friendlier reasons now. After all, I'm all paid up.
Yep, you're fine. I'm not here to do anything to you.
If you're looking for conversation, the flagon isn't the place.
So, job's done and you even brought the gold. Best of all, you did it clean. I like that. Dumping bodies and keeping the guards quiet can be expensive.
Here's what they owed us.
Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return.
Yep.
Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful.
What is it?
Well, everyone's wrong. Now why don't you just shut up about it?
Yeah, I'll probably sell both of them. What's next then?
Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit.
If there's more gold where that came from, I'm in.
That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here.
Before we go, I have to ask.
What's on your mind?
Word is your outfit isn't doing well, true?
We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
Okay. Oh, wrong button. That's the button I'm in.
Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild. I watch Delvin's back.
Let me show you the operation. Then you can ask your questions.
Okay.
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. If you break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. Do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, I understand.
Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work, so let him prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Hmm? Oh, yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lad. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin. So don't disappoint me.
So how do I get my cut of the spoils?
Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor.
Tell me about Golden Glow job.
Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house.
What's the catch?
The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did.
Makes sense.
Aye. The last thing we want to be doing is crossing our clients.
As I said before, you can't make money if the people are dead. What should I do about Arengoth?
Maven prefers that Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up.
I need more details about Golden Glow.
Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest deal. Then out of the clear blue, Arengoth stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place.
Mercenaries, not Riften guards?
Aye. Arengoth sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go.
Okay. How do I destroy the beehives?
They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke.
I can do that. Why not level the entire estate? I have already said that.
I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits.
Maven Blackbriar is the influential client?
They're built like small. Besides,
That's
nothing
not
tells
the
me
one
I'll
I
give you
wanted.
one good. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to.
That one.
We had an arrangement with Maven. We kept an eye on Golden Glow Estate to make sure the honey kept flowing. If the workers had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Arengoth, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Arengoth and bring in a huge payout.
So, how dangerous is it to cross her?
Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the 4th era in prison.
Okay.
You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
Requires key. No way to get in without a key.
Don't you have better things to do than disturb me?
Know anything about Golden Glow Estate?
I'd like to know why you're wasting time asking about it when you should already be on your way. I hope this deal goes
To gain intel to make it easier for me.
coin on the line, and the
Come
last
here
one
a second.
setup fell through. Just better hope this one isn't another waste of my coin.
How did you end up in the guild?
I used to live in Valenwood, working at my father's winery. We made the finest wine to ever cross your lips, I promise you. We were doing well. Plenty of coin, a huge mansion, and I was even betrothed to a lovely young woman.
Why would you leave all that behind?
Because it was dull. Every day was the same boring routine. Working at the winery, social visits with friends, parties with no one I cared about. I just wanted a little excitement. Something dangerous.
Like being a thief?
I hooked up with a guild in Valenwood. I think they called themselves the Silver Crescents. Spent quite a few years doing jobs for them. Made a lot of coin, but I didn't care. I didn't really need it. I was running with them because it fit. Made me feel alive.
How did you end up in Skyrim?
Well, after a while, my father caught on to what I was doing. He confronted me one night and gave me a choice. Either leave Valenwood, or he'd have me thrown into jail. Gave me a day to say my goodbyes to everyone.
That must have been difficult.
I ended up in Skyrim thanks to a contact I'd made when I was with the Crescents. Good old Delvin. He introduced me to Gallus, and that was it. I've been here ever since. And you know what? Despite what I left behind, I don't regret it one bit.
Fair enough. Know anything about Golden Glow Estate?
I used to live in Vap. We were doing well. Plenty. Because it was... I just wanted a little excitement. I hooked up with a... Made a lot of coin, but I didn't care. Well, I either leave Valenwood...
That's not what I wanted to say.
And you know what? Despite what I left behind, I don't regret it one bit.
There.
The honey they collect on that hunk of rock goes into making Blackbriar mead. Just about the best tasting mead in all of Skyrim.
Does the guild provide other services?
If talking your way out of trouble isn't enough, you could always pick up some training from Delvin, Vex, or Viper. Also, I recommend hitting the training room if you need lockpick practice. Helped me out of a jam more than once.
Okay.
If you ever need more practice with the bow, just grab me.
Ah, you made it. Good to see you, my friend. I'll never forget how you saved my life from those Thalmor maniacs. Good to see you again, friend. Good afternoon.
I saved him? I don't remember. You're the one I just talked to, weren't you?
A lot of people are beginning
Yep.
to get impressed with you here. Me included.
Hey,
Just wanted to let
I
you
want
know.
to talk to you. Now.
So you were part of a bandit clan?
I joined up with them maybe 10 years ago. Small clan, maybe 20 men. We'd raid villages, rob caravans. But it was always about the killing for them.
But not for you.
Don't get me wrong. The first few years with that clan were some of the best years of my life. All the food I could eat, all the wine I could drink, and all the women I could bed.
What changed?
We raided a caravan one spring. I think it was a few wagons with some farmers moving to a new village. They didn't put up much of a fight. All that was left were the women and the children. Then the leader of our clan, Garthek, he ordered us to kill the rest.
You'd never had to do that before.
No, we usually let them go. I refused to do it, and Garthek ordered the clan to kill me as well. Luckily, I had made some friends with the clan who immediately sided with me. We tore each other to pieces. After it was over, those of us that remained simply went our separate ways.
And Garthek?
I left his head on a pike at the wreckage of the caravan. Never knew what became of the rest of the clan that survived. I suppose they moved on, just like I did.
Okay.
Always a pleasure.
I'll go down that way after. That's the way I came in. That's the way I can get out now.
Yes?
I've already talked to you.
Got a minute? Wanted to say something.
Okay. How did you get your unusual name?
My father told me he found me as a young boy in the wreckage of a ship that sank off of the coast near Solitude. All he found in my pocket was a tiny smooth stone inscribed with some sort of strange runes.
Do you know what they mean?
No one does. I've even taken the damn thing to the College of Winterhold. I must have spent every last coin I've made with the guild trying to find out what it means.
Maybe you aren't meant to know.
Perhaps. They could be nonsense, inane scribbles done by someone in idle boredom. But if not, if they actually mean something, they might tell me where I'm from, what ship I was on, everything.
So who gave you the name?
Actually, the fisherman who found me, the man I call my father, gave it to me. Thought it was fitting, I suppose. I never changed it because it never felt right to do so.
Fair enough. I'll keep an eye out for anything.
I appreciate that.
I wonder if I can actually get anything, any information about it. Where'd the... is it Vita? Where'd the guy go that was
This better be
guarding
quite
there?
busy.
There you are.
Hey, let's
Viper.
talk a sec.
Viper. So how did you earn your name?
It was on a job a few years back. It was supposed to be a simple burglary on a house in Windhelm. I was working with Vex, and we got inside with no trouble. We found the loot and made our way out.
Sounds normal to me.
Well, it was, up until the point where we set foot outside. The house was surrounded by town guard. The client had ratted us out. Vex just tells me to run. So I did. Half of them went after me, the other half went after her.
Damn. Hey Darkside, how you doing today? Did either of you get caught?
Are you kidding me? Vex lost them in seconds. Once she steps into the shadows, she vanishes. Me? I ran. And I ran. Straight through the gates of Windhelm, and all the way back to Riften.
I'm not bad. Today hasn't been too much of a bad day. Had an earlier stream, have this stream, and nothing else other than that. Yesterday was a long day for me though. 9 hours of work and 6 hours of a stream. So where are you from, if I can ask? What time of day is it? It's an incredible distance to run.
Vex was waiting for me at the flagon when I came in, drenched in sweat. Everyone just took a look at me and laughed.
Why were they laughing?
Well, I had forgotten we had our horses tied up just outside of Windhelm. Vex rode hers back and arrived hours before I did.
Ah,
So, that's how I earned the name. Now keep it to yourself.
yes, I was gonna say somewhere in Europe. UK's no longer a part of Europe, but close enough, yep. 1 PM. It is 9:20 PM here. Know anything about Golden Glow Estate?
I wouldn't bother smacking at those hives with a weapon. Set them on fire, and they'll go up like kindling.
How have I already been streaming for an hour 20 to this stream? It does not feel that long. Does the guild provide other services?
I'll point you to the first and last person you're ever going to need to talk to. Cornelia. She's the guild's fence. Treat her right, and she'll make you rich. Try and rip her off, you'll have the whole guild to answer to.
Okay. And that's all I need to talk to you about. I've already talked to you. So I just need to go in this room now.
Yeah, I guess I have a minute. What do you want?
I think
Pretty
I've
tough.
already talked to you.
Respect that. Bringing in a lot of coin for the guild, making us look good.
This was to the training room. Yep.
Interest you in some marksman training? Come find me if you need more marksman training.
Nothing there. Ah. Suppose that makes sense. You can't leave I don't really need more though. I don't have a house to store anything in yet, so unless you're just saying to sell them. Ooh. Easy. That was a master lock. I'll get that to sell, and that's got a bit of weight to it. Ah. Yeah, I'll see what how they're worth, and yeah, I know. That was a expert lock. It was a master lock, wasn't it?
You're not really allowed in here, you know.
A master lock, and I didn't even need to move it. That one was almost straight up.
You're not supposed to be in here right now.
Elven arrows, nice. I'll take all those as well. Ooh. I did look in the cupboards already, didn't I? Yep. I suppose I'll need to keep coming back there for arrows. Yeah, I think it's the first time I've ever had it like that. But definitely nothing to complain about for me. That's pretty good price. That sells pretty well. They're terrible arrows. No one seems to care that I'm taking all their stuff. It's not stealing. Actually, that was an expensive one, wasn't it? Yep, I'll take that. Nice arrows. If I come across them, I'll grab them.
Yeah?
I do have 50,000 gold, so it's not like I really need the gold. They're just normal steel arrows, but I'll take them.
Need something?
Yeah. Since they're all separate as well, the weight adds up as well. I'll go back in here and talk to the others. Okay, this place is stealing. I won't steal anything. Timely offer. Okay.
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me. It's one
Well
thing
then.
to say you've got the skills to be a thief. It's another to actually use
But I
them.
may not buy.
Can you share anything about the Thieves Guild?
I don't know about the others, but I sure am glad to see a fresh face down
No,
here.
thanks for the compliment,
The
Dylan.
flagon used to be
I may just
packed
take you up
every
on that
night
one
with the
day.
boys from the guild. But now look at it.
I've picked up some new clients.
The last few years
Jobs
have
on
been
my own,
pretty
but
bad.
I'm not sure if that will
I've
cover our
almost closed
expenses.
this place up.
Thank you, Bax. You've always been the most reliable.
Extra 100 carry weight for pickpocket being 100. I've never known that one.
Mercer is being
Never knew that. I rarely ever do
to get us out of
pickpocketing.
this rut, and he isn't sharing it with me.
Anything you need done around here?
Now that you mention it, there is.
Okay.
I have a buyer with, shall we say, a very odd taste in literature. Looking for some particular books.
Oh, sorry. I thought I'd muted. So you can get it at 50 pickpocket. Nice.
Till next time. It's been a long time since anyone joined us. Seems like people are in a rush. Now, I have a buyer with, shall we say...
What kind of
very-
books are they?
I'm told they're the ravings of a madman, a wizard named Arundel, and his peculiar cravings. It's said to be spread across 4 volumes, and very hard to come by. My client is offering quite a reward for them, which I'd split with you.
I'll get them for you.
Then we have a deal. In his later years, Arundel moved into some ice caves known as Ingvild. He preferred the solitude in which to perform his experiments.
Do you know anything about Arundel?
Only rumors. He used to have a home in Dawnstar until they burned it down. The people say he was doing unspeakable experiments on reanimation. Rituals only a necromancer would perform. After he made for Ingvild, he was never heard from again.
He's starting to play again. Nice. I've played it a few times through. I've played around 160 hours in the game all up, and I'm on level 24 for this playthrough.